Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we're rounding out our countdown to Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice with Man of Steel, which I guess is the technically the only film we've done set in the same continuity.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, as you can imagine, the most recent Superman film, at least theatrically released. So, you guys got any thoughts about this one before we jump in?
It's a complicated relationship with Man of Steel. Christopher Reeve is obviously the most iconic, and we talked about that and touched on it, and rightfully so. Even though Man of Steel is hit and miss at the same time for me, I feel like the role of Superman is in good hands with Henry Cavill, and that's one of the few, for me, untouchable things about this movie. I think Henry Cavill is great. I'm bummed we don't see as much of like the Daily Planet Clark Kent, which is one of the things I'm looking forward to Batman v Superman. And I will point out later the scene that almost made me burst into tears when I was talking to a customer once in the comic shop, and it was very embarrassing. So we'll keep that in mind because Superman makes me cry like a fucking idiot.
Put that one in your back pocket, guys.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming, man.
I remember enjoying this movie overall, but having a lot of negative things to say about how they portrayed Jonathan Kent. And I'm sure I'll get into it because I'm still very passionate about it. But suffice to say that in my opinion and in most origin stories, the Kents in general are Superman and Clark's moral compass. And I felt like they kind of just shat on that in this movie. And then, therefore, didn't feel bad that he killed General Zod at the end, which clearly they wanted you to be like, oh my god, he killed someone. It's like, he doesn't... I'll get into it.
We'll say there's Cavill screams, though. Metal.
Yeah. There's a meme based on the scream. But I think it's a misguided film.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've already revealed what our favorite Superman films are. And this one, I mean, it's fine. I certainly own it.
Yeah, it's number 2 on my list, if that means anything.
Yeah. Josh?
I loved it.
Good. So, yeah.
But then again, I'm
was
an
a
idiot.
movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
No, I saw no faults in it. I understand the justifications for why Jonathan Kent acts the way he does in it. You know, he takes a very real idea of, like, you can't go around exposing the fact that you might appear to be an alien being to these people, get taken away, and fucked over the rest of your life. So, do what you do.
There's some truth to that.
They do what they do.
We'll get into it. There's a lot to discuss.
We'll definitely get into it. I guess, without much further ado, Chris, start us off.
Yep, so we've got the Blu-ray here. Should be the same if you have the standard def DVD or if you're watching it on some sort of digital media, because I don't think there were any major differences or special editions.
No
or anything
R-rated
like
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Josh does. But no true fan does. So we're watching the Blu-ray. We've got it all set up, ready to go. The movie's paused at all zeros on the counter. I will give you a countdown and tell you to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
This is the first commentary I'm doing with new headphones because Superman Returns, they crapped out on me.
Superman Returns killed your headphones.
They killed my headphones, yeah. Which is a bummer because that was the most I've ever enjoyed Superman Returns.
Because you couldn't hear.
No, it wasn't that.
That was the most you had ever enjoyed Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, episode 2. That was voluntary that I fucking unplugged that shit. I think it was 2.
Isn't that your favorite prequel, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, what are you gonna do? The music, man. I think Hans Zimmer had an almost near impossible task to take on the Superman theme, and I think he really did a fantastic job with it.
Yeah, I guess the theme of the film, "What Do You Do When You're Not Saving the World?"
Yep.
I think is called.
Yeah,
fantastic. You know who is some of the drummers in the drummer ensemble he has?
Who?
Pharrell Williams is one of them.
Nice.
And so is Jason Bonham.
Oh, cool. I mean, yeah, there you go.
It's in his blood.
Now,
Vanessa.
Yeah. I saw this movie 3 times in theaters, and the first time I saw it, I was pretty disappointed. The second time, I loved it, and I'll probably talk about that later why. And the third time, I was like, that's enough in the theaters. But I remember sitting and watching this in the theaters. I saw it with Sam, and some other people. And at this moment here, I was like, we're finally getting our fucking generation Superman story. Like, I was so psyched. And then this scene kept going on Krypton. I'm not a fan of the Krypton scene at all.
No, I did not need a 20-minute long Krypton prologue.
I was happy to finally see the planet properly.
Well, I would argue against it being proper, but I get what you're going for.
You're right. Every version of Superman should come from the planet Chandelier.
I didn't say that either, but I agree.
This is when I was like, oh, no.
Dinotopia.
Yeah, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Also,
spared no expense for real this time.
Yeah, right.
So much unnecessary special effects in this movie.
Also, isn't it weird that like it's not a red sun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a crucial
thing.
talk.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe, who obviously is Jor-El.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking
not
watching
Kurt
the movie.
Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. It'll happen. I apologize ahead of time.
He was surprised
Stars.
that what's his name? Zack Snyder wanted him to get in shape. Because he's like, I thought I was just his dad. He's like, you got action scenes. And he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
What? You mean I can't just Brando this?
Yeah.
No, we want some actual talent this time.
I like that he emphasized. Thank you. Stars, and the fact that that's like his big song in Les Mis.
Is this the first time we get to see a version of Kryptonian weaponry?
In a movie.
We're not counting the network version of Superman the movie.
That's right, yeah.
That's right, yeah, because
this
they
guy
have
gets
added
rocked,
scenes
by the way.
on Krypton.
Oh.
Krypton.
Or that, is it guy or girl? I can't remember.
Whoever it was, they just
got rocked. Yeah.
I like Michael Shannon in most things.
Mm-hmm.
This one,
it's a performance that the 3 times I saw it in theaters, unfortunately, I liked less and less.
He overacts a little.
Yeah, little. King nothing. Load.
So, I haven't been paying attention, two able to hear it because we've been talking. But like, so what's the big thing? Because this is actually, I didn't mention this before, but this is only the second time I've ever seen this movie.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So what's the whole thing going on with in this movie with Zod, other than he's just trying to take over the government?
He's trying to take over the government because he's like the Kryptonian. He agrees with Jor-El that shit's going south, but he's like, I'm going to use force. Because Jor-El's like, that's Carlo Gugino, by the way, who worked with Zack Snyder, and Watchmen and Sucker Punch.
That's right.
But action scene Jor-El, Rambo L.
That's where they sell those action figures.
She's also rumored to be showing up in Batman vs Superman as well.
Yeah. She herself said it, unless she's lying. But
I mean, did we need it to turn into like Medusa face?
Vanessa.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm referencing, Daredevil season 1.
This is a cool shot. I remember this was in the trailer. Yeah. I think this is a cool shot.
Yeah.
Especially on Blu-ray, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're about to literally dive into more of it.
Yeah.
But the planet's. Well, granted, Jor-El's the only one that believes the planet's dying.
Yeah, he's like, we've exhausted the resources and we've mined the core, which is like a not too subtle nod to like fracking.
Yeah. Also,
hey, look, it's the thing from Avatar.
Slagathor.
Does he have to like fuck it to make it go?
Cocksuckerus. Let's take to the skies.
But I think the thing that they talk about is the fact that it's not a red sun, but their yellow sun is like old as shit, and so like by going to Earth's yellow sun. It's young. It's young, and
I feel like that makes even less sense.
It does.
Neil deGrasse Tyson
Just
was
make
even
it a red
more
sun.
pissed.
Just make it a red sun, man.
Also, they have weird like grooves in their sky, or is that the ground and I just don't realize it?
Hey, if you're just tuning in, this is a Superman movie. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Also, his robot companion's basically an iPod.
Yeah,
a headphone.
Headphone.
Headphone. Oh, that's a jellyfish.
It's just whatever the fuck. This whole like like putting all of Krypton.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Matrix.
Yeah, putting all of Krypton into Kal-El and just their first natural birth and all that.
Yeah, the natural
stuff.
birth thing was unnecessary.
Yeah, a boy child, a boy child.
Let me suck on its head.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you saw the loading menu, you saw it. Is this how he has to enter his house every single time?
Well, he's grabbing the genetic
Codex.
The hub of the internet.
Yes.
Yeah. Now they have no
From-
Wi-Fi. They're like, what the fuck? Trying to load those YouTube videos. I can't do it.
Oh, it's a skull.
Like everything in this movie.
I want your skulls.
That's Rick Remender's favorite Misfits song.
It's a good one.
It is.
Looking forward to having you on the show, Rick. One of these days.
Yeah.
I've been trying. Fucking dragonfly ship. Let me get out of here on my...
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's a warning shot. So does that mean when like the sun was younger, they were just all Supermen on this planet?
Sure.
It's stupid.
Sure.
I got you, Jor-El, and I'll repay you by crushing your spine when I land on you after you get shot in the neck.
But if you've got me, then who's got... Yeah!
I gotta try to hear like what he calls this beast because I always miss it.
I will say, for
Something
something
to
that...
turn on subtitles?
No, it's fine. It's part of the mystery.
This is the 21st century.
Yeah.
It's not laser discs where you're stuck with either having subtitles or not. Not true. You can turn on closed caption on your TV for most.
I will say the animated series, you said in the same continuity as
Haraka.
Kind of like
That's
Baraka.
Slagathor.
Ha!
Yeah.
Haraka.
Haraka.
Watch how they're just like, oh, I'm sorry. He just crushes him.
Oh.
I did my best. Anthony.
There.
Yeah,
We don't even show you death
Haraka.
on screen.
yeah.
But yeah, she also plays Kingpin Squeeze in the first season of Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Cross-pollinating the universes there.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't get much to do after this one. After this open.
Yeah,
Fair
I mean,
enough.
she's pretty
Fair
much.
enough. It's like Marsters or Marsden.
Marsden in X-Men 3
Yeah,
James
and
Marsden.
/ Superman Returns
because of Superman Returns.
Yes. By way of Superman Returns.
I do like that line where she's like, "They'll kill him." He's like, "How?" Be like a god. I remember they had that in the trailer, and I was like, "Fuck yes."
There was a trailer.
That was like
line
one
for
of my
sure.
that was one of my favorite moments in the trailer because I was like, "She fucking kicks on."
Originally, they approached not Carla Gugino. They approached Connie Nielsen, who co-starred with Russell Crowe in Gladiator, but I guess she was busy. I don't know.
As the voice.
No, as Laura.
Oh, okay.
Laura L.
Laurel.
L'Oreal.
Oh, maybe she's born with it.
Yeah.
Different company, but still.
I'm like,
I feel like that's not our target demographic. They won't call you on it.
yeah. Now, when I talk
You
about
never know. Geeks can have nice hair.
the Krypton scene, like
They don't.
I'm
show.
always cool with the parents saying goodbye to Kal-El stuff. It's just all that extra action nonsense. I don't need that.
Oh, it's a different shot.
Yeah.
Unless he kisses him again.
No. Earlier on, I think it's from an earlier thing. They didn't use that.
Yeah,
take.
I think they cut.
when the baby,
when
Kal-El's born.
when the baby was first born, I think they cut away from it earlier, but it's in the menu.
That's
Well,
right.
also much like with Batman, we don't need to see every single time his parents getting gunned down.
I would be fine if we don't see. That's a big penis. I would be perfectly fine.
Super penis.
Wasn't he like the third child?
I remember Russell Crowe. I almost said Russell. Oh, look at it. He said something about like they had like 3 different babies, and this is so fucking weird. But like he saw that baby, and he was like, "This baby's got a third arm or third leg. That's Superman." So there you go.
Good to see I'm on the same page as Mr. Crow. But the
But you're staring at babies' dicks. Hey!
he's an Academy Award winner.
He
But
is.
again, so is Woody Allen.
And Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. If you got
Yeah, see, no one cares.
Yeah.
if you got I think one of the sideshow Superman action figures, it came with a replica of
Giant
the key,
dick. Oh,
which is cool. I think that's kind of cool.
yeah.
Like you wear it as a necklace or something. I don't know.
Have the Codex.
Yeah, the skull.
Someone's just like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There's your Apocalypse Now shot.
Yeah. I never noticed that for some reason. Oh wait, it's
Now
you
this
almost get
shit's cool.
no, you have to wait till later. Action figures. Do you like the Superman suit in this movie? It kind of grew
It's
on
fine,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I didn't like it at first, but after I saw it in action in the movie, like most sane people make make up their minds after.
Look, I've said on the show and stuff before that I prefer the red trunks, but that doesn't mean
yeah.
I'm like, if it doesn't have red trunks, get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, if he would have worn red trunks in this movie, it wouldn't have made no sense because of the set, the tone they gave it.
The way they have it kind of presented is the suit is like an undersheath. And
Yeah, exactly.
underarmor.
It's like underarm. They're all wearing.
Kind of like what
they're-
they did with the new 52, where the suit was armor.
Yeah, like they're all wearing it underneath
Well,
their actual armor.
Like for this one, the eventual outfit he does get is it's like an explorer's outfit that he finds.
well, from the vessel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wessel.
Nuclear vessel. I didn't think you liked that movie.
I don't. I can still reference it though.
True. I still reference other movies I don't like. I'm trying to think.
Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher. Yeah.
We used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Here
A boy child.
boy child. Did you say boy child?
Do you know you could just say boy?
Oof, face.
You know, I don't remember thinking that he was overacting when I saw it in theaters, but
Yeah,
we're only 13 minutes into this, and I feel like he's acted enough for the entire movie.
yeah. Luckily,
Which
he's
one?
gone for a bit. Remember we talked to
Yes.
Corey about this, and we were and she had that great thing, nice double punch there, where she talked about how great it would have been if, as an audience, we met Zod when all of Earth meets Zod. Like how fucking scary that would have been.
Mm.
Yeah.
And instead, we're like seeing him like flop on the floor.
But now he's got to be the guy that kills Jor-El and makes
Yeah.
it personal.
Seriously.
Do you like in the animated series how Brainiac is partially responsible for Krypton's destruction?
I think it makes it interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
It provides a nice origin to him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Paul Dini.
Originally, they were like, because they don't show the origin of Batman and Batman in the animated series.
Yeah.
They hint at it a couple times, but
Mhm.
Yeah, and they were like, when they were, approaching Superman in the animated series, do we do it? And they were like, no, we got to. Like they just
Yeah.
love the origin so much.
Well, I remember we were watching it.
no one knows it. So
a little
you
while
gotta-
ago, and we were like, "Man, the balls on them!" It's a it's a 3-part, pilot really, and you don't really see you don't really see Superman until the second episode. So for like
he's already escaped.
yeah,
You stabbed me for no fucking reason.
for like little kids to watch that and not see Superman in the first
Um,
episode.
It was cathartic.
And as he's going down, just gives Zod the finger.
Yeah.
Like, I still won.
Yeah. I could have shot you. I have a big assault rifle thing.
No, it had to be personal.
Had to be personal. Had to make Burton's Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or Raimi's Sandman, or more accurately, Arad's Sandman. I don't know.
that's so stupid.
Arad being the producer on Spider-Man 3.
It's Abby.
Mhm. Yeah. Why was it like every Raimi movie we got a new killer for Uncle Ben? Like I love Raimi's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2.
Because much
And
like
I
with,
love Raimi.
Oh yeah, he's
much
great.
like with every single other hero out there, if there's a death, it has to be shown every single time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with them like flashing back to Uncle Ben's death each movie, but like
Those
I didn't
masks are
need
cool, by the way.
I didn't need
They are.
Yeah. I didn't need someone being like, "Oh, but by the way, it wasn't just this dude, it was also this dude who's in this movie and he's, related to the bad guy somehow of this movie."
Looks like Samus's ship. It's a Metroid reference. Zod's right-hand woman is not Ursa like she is in the Donner films. Her name's Feora.
Mhm.
She's played by a German actress named Antje Trau. And she's in the movie Pandorum with Ben Foster, if you've ever seen it.
Wow.
But, hey, look, it's a gravity hammer, but we don't know that until the end of the movie.
Mm.
She was apparently working as a waitress, and she got the call.
Mhm.
And she's, in my opinion, she's the best antagonist in the
Oh,
film.
totally. I remember even, when we saw it the first time, everyone was like, "She
But
was the best."
He's got a non in this one too, doesn't he?
Kind of. I don't think he calls him non.
He's just armor. He's a big armored guy.
Yeah.
I thought he. I can't tell if it was that.
It's probably that guy.
one
Probably the biggest.
Probably
the one that looks like a
motherfucker.
pro wrestler.
or.
Look at those.
Well, no, because in the armor they all look the same.
That armor is fucking cool though. Like there's like the guards. They're like, okay, it's enough. We're in Skyrim.
Yeah, give me a dragon shout.
Yeah,
He's about to.
He's about to force roll. All these motherfuckers.
There it is.
Yep.
No dragons though.
No.
No dragons on Krypton.
No.
They killed the last
So
one.
how do they get away with this dick shot?
Oh, making them entrapped in giant black dicks.
I mean, how do?
I mean, if that's what you choose to see, I won't stop you.
I feel like
but-
a lot of people.
Hang on. Choose to see.
Yeah.
Give it a second here.
Wait until they go.
I mean, come on.
There's no choice there.
Yeah.
I don't
And
see
they're
a
going
dick.
into a big vagina.
Listeners, if you didn't see a giant dick before, you sure as shit did now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
I mean,
remember them
obviously
being
it
dicks,
says something that
but
that's where your mind goes straight to.
A lot of people's minds.
to be fair,
yeah.
to be fair, you've been on this podcast for about a year now, at least. I feel like that's already been said about
Yeah.
Sam and
Yeah.
Jake
Yeah.
and me.
Yeah.
Are you trying to expose something, Mr. Like Deep Throat? Deep Throat. I wasn't even trying. It's like a Stargate, not from the movie Stargate, but like some other Stargate thing.
Stargate, the movie's so good, though.
It is James Spader and Kurt Russell.
There you go.
There's the connection.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
Boom.
Anal beads.
I do like her kind of final moments on Krypton. I think this is a well done scene,
Shrouded in
and
black.
and kind of very sad and just like yeah.
A funeral not just for her husband, but for her planet.
And for a friend.
Like I said,
So,
Goodbye,
you-
Yellow Brick Road, track one.
you're never gonna fault
I was referencing a Superman trade paperback.
Snyder for some. He can make some really great looking visuals, and this is definitely one of them coming up.
He's
and
very
the music
much,
too.
Yeah, he's very much. Though I have to say,
This is the end.
I think my favorite Zack Snyder directed film is probably his reboot of Dawn of the Dead.
I've heard that from a lot of people. Mine's the director's cut of Watchmen, personally, but
Sucker Punch. Just kidding. Dawn of the Dead.
I like the steampunk trench warfare scene. I never finished the movie, but
I like the
Wanna borrow it?
the
Sure.
robot samurai. I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, and people give it a lot of shit because it's like so hypersexualized and whatnot. But it's actually just a fun.
the
movie.
main actress in that, what was her name? Sam. She's in Legend.
Emily Browning.
Yeah, Emily Browning's in Legend, the Tom Hardy. movie.
Everyone's in Legend, and I've never seen it.
I bought it. If you want, I haven't
Apparently
finished
most
it yet.
people didn't.
Yeah,
you want
unfortunately.
to trade these Sucker Punch for Legend?
Yeah, once I'm done, absolutely.
brother.
I can't do that.
So
He's
he
my
went through a
brother.
Stargate to get to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Saturn.
Do you see that they're like NASA's designing spaceships with warp engines
Yeah.
now? Pretty cool.
Future is now.
I will say here,
Wow,
that
he was able to get past Jupiter and Mars, no problem.
I was pretty excited that when he lands, as much as I love Superman's origin, I was pretty excited that once he lands, it goes to like
Adults.
adult Clark. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, let's do this. And
Yeah.
the flashbacks went, look at that. Oh, it's so fucking cool though. Because we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Cuts to somebody say.
Oh fuck yeah! Don't get my hopes up, man.
Remy
I will turn this shit off right now. And
The entire
Pause this commentary
Yeah.
and go watch all of Small.
the entire boat crew is just the band from Remy Zero.
yeah,
Yeah.
they broke up before Smallville ended. Smallville outlasted their
Yeah.
career.
What is this?
That's impressive.
Is this Superman and Deadliest Catch or The Perfect Storm?
Deadliest Catch.
Do you not like The Perfect Storm?
No, I do, but I feel more Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
Superman
Yeah,
would
it's
have had
definitely
to let him
Deadliest
do
Catch
that.
because
Hans Zimmer did the score for Perfect Storm.
Oh yeah, that's just that's a depressing movie.
Yeah, it is.
Smallville.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I have no chin.
Henry Cavill. This scene is fucking
Locke.
money.
Oh, is it?
No.
no.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't.
Yeah.
I think that's someone else.
Yeah.
Just a crusty old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Howard Hughes from
Which,
The Rocketeer?
I mean, to be fair, that is law.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Fuck him. This part's cool. This is a
Sure, it's not Locke though.
it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not.
No.
It's not.
Okay, all right.
It's I can see it. Oh yes, bitch. This is when it started to win me over a little bit more because this scene is just cool.
Like Warner Brothers paid attention to all the fan reaction.
Oh yeah,
And was like,
It's Aquaman.
yeah, it's like Aquaman totally saved him.
I like to think it was.
And
Fine.
also Aquaman caused the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
was he on
I believe
fire?
that.
yeah. And I don't mind it. I'm just saying.
I like to think
I'm
it's
just saying
for
it
fun.
probably wasn't planned. And
No.
then they're like, oh,
No.
Well,
Happy
you
accident.
see, Chris, Superman emits this aurora around him, and
Of
that's
gasoline.
yes, and that's what caught on fire that time.
hell yeah, I remember Aurora.
It's one of the
Aurora,
first of the
Illinois.
epic
Yes.
Henry Cavill screams. And a moment where I just rethought everything in my life during this scene.
Being a boss.
Yeah. Man Crush Mondays.
I like how Greg Pak gave
Mm.
Clark a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavy metal.
Henry Cavill's favorite Superman story
Metal.
Yeah.
is the death of Superman.
It is, yeah.
It's a good one.
Like, that
My
dude.
intro.
I mean, he read.
Yeah, mine too.
To read all of Death of Superman, props to Henry Cavill, dude. That's not a short story.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get, 'cause he
He's
has.
Yeah,
got
and
the
return.
omnibus,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He probably has access to everything. Yeah, this is the scene. I think, do they show the blue whales here, or is it later on?
You hear whales.
Okay. I thought you see him.
Probably.
But, yeah, either way,
yeah, I think you
I like to think that, Arthur Curry knows that, something's going on. And it'd be, who knows? Maybe they'll call, in Justice League, they'll be like,
Yeah,
you know what fucking saved your ass?
I'm listening to everything.
I thought this was clever, too. Really showing how, it
freaks him out.
would not be cool early on.
Well, yeah, I like the idea that he gains his powers when he hits puberty,
Mhm.
and it makes sense that it would be like this, everything would just hit him all at once, just
Yeah.
like puberty kind of does, just kind of kicks you in the nuts one day.
Smallville kind of
Yeah.
tried that
Yeah.
with a few of the abilities.
Yeah, I did like a little bit more in Smallville. They did one ability at a time, not all of them happening all at once.
Yeah, the Heat Vision episode.
No,
Whenever he was just
Yeah.
The
because when you get excited, that's the first thing that happens is just flames shoot out of your eyes.
yeah.
I do like that his John Schneider, Paul Kent's it's like a muscle with your supervision. You just, got to practice with it.
Yeah.
Metal.
Again, I like that, Ma Kent has to bring him back.
And I like the casting of the Kents, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do, too, yeah.
I do like the Smallville parts.
Oh, yeah. Like we were just saying with all the other movies you watched, any Smallville stuff, in terms of, him being in Smallville, fucking A+, dude. Grade A.
Yeah. One
The
through
best in the world.
man. I can't.
No, really, Sam, try.
No, that my train of thought. I can't. It perfectly encapsulates what I was trying to say.
Superman made America great again. There's the whales.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's the
And
whales.
it's,
Yeah.
it's a mom and a baby.
That'll be whale's hair. I can reference that movie, too. It's my least favorite line in that goddamn movie.
I don't know what you're talking
I think this is the scene.
Trek 4.
This is the scene where, once they got this shot of him fucking so fucking jacked out of his mind that Zack Snyder was like, all right, we got what we needed with the shirtless stuff. And supposedly, I don't know if they sent, I think him and his wife sent, oh, God, Henry Cavill, a pizza and a pie, and he ate all of it, and he said he slept for 2 days. In terms of shirtless scenes in superhero movies, there was Thor, there was Cap, Superman, number one.
I'm
You
glad
know that,
mentioned number one, because the listeners at home have no idea how you ranked those.
Yeah, well, I was getting to, but I feel like the Chris Evans and all these guys they're very aware of the shirtless scenes in these movies, and that's what they're like. All right, I'm gonna one up Cavill. You ain't doing it.
No,
You ain't
not with
doing
that
it.
hair.
No, sir.
That's how a real man looks.
Hemsworth probably gets the closest.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he's a big dude. I think Cavill's like 6 foot. Because
That's it.
Now this I was surprised by because I always thought Pete was like his
Pete Ross.
yeah,
Dick
his
Splash.
friend from
He
the
was
beginning.
made for the Smallville show.
No, he's in the
Was it?
comics.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, it's
Chloe.
That's the one.
Yeah, Chloe.
Yeah, but I always thought
Chloe's
Pete was just
Felicity
a
before
friend
Felicity.
from the beginning.
I mean,
Well, that
they're
means
allowed. There's a lot of other things that they changed in
Yeah.
this movie. I think Pete Ross's friendship is the least of their worries.
I mean, I think they're kind of like, hey, some kids in elementary school start off as kind of enemies, don't like each other, and there's something that brings them together. So who knows?
You could certainly argue this is what brings him and Pete together.
Yeah, I mean, he saves his life.
Relationships based on traumatic events are doomed to fail. If I learned one thing from Speed, it's that.
What if once he saves him on the
he's
bus?
not in Speed 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he saves him on the bus. And he's like, statistically speaking, it's still the safest form of travel.
Brian Wood.
Yeah.
Oop. He swims away like Aquaman.
Gotta save Dick Splash. I never heard somebody call somebody Dick Splash.
I haven't heard somebody call Dick Splash
since
like out of a film. Dick Splash.
Hey, so Man of Steel's got that going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Danny Tamborelli, but not really.
Trailer. That kid does look like a young Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Good casting.
He saved my boy. Let's chastise him for it.
He's got the demon in him. He saved all those kids. Devil.
Well, she did say act of God though.
Devil man, devil man, devil man.
Right in my hands. Supercharger Heaven. Not my favorite. One of my favorites.
What's the name of the latest Rob Zombie single?
Oh, I couldn't even tell. It's something like
Everybody's fucking in a UFO?
something like that.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's actually pretty entertaining.
I can't wait for the video. I don't know if it probably is
Everybody
out.
fucking in a UFO. Everybody
Hold on,
fucking in a UFO.
Jake, hold on. Here comes one of the reasons you hate him.
Why I hate him? I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
maybe Jake too.
I kind of agree with you though. Like this is how a real life guy he wouldn't have all the right answers.
You'd have to treat it like you realize you'd get taken away by the government.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Hey, look, it's
Just
corn.
don't
feel the
like it.
dreams.
There was, when Jake and I first saw the trailer with this moment in it, there was like, we were on Facebook chat and there was like, we were talking about how much we liked the trailer, and then there was like kind of a second where I was just like, maybe?
Yeah, well, yeah, we were something like
I've seen the scene, Josh. I know what he says next.
but he was like, we both. I think I can't remember exactly who initiated it, but we were both like, is there anything like you didn't like or you're worried about? And we both were just like, yeah, it was like the one word, maybe. But yeah, again, how it plays out in the movie, I don't necessarily have a problem with it because, like Josh said, I agree that Jonathan Kent, he doesn't have a manual to follow. He is kind of afraid. He doesn't have the answers for everything.
You're the answer, son.
Yeah.
You're the answer to the
Are we alone in the universe? Can I just be your son?
You are my son. Straight from Secret Origin by Jeff Johns. Yeah. Haven't you ever seen the X-Files, son? Fox Mulder, you can't get one past him. Scully, well, let's be honest.
She's just there for the looks.
Don't even get me started on Doggett.
Or Reyes.
I like Doggett just fine.
But Fox is
It wasn't
where it's
his
at.
fault that
It wa-
season was crap.
Yeah. As a character, he's okay. It was an interesting dynamic with him and Scully because Scully.
Where Scully then became essentially the believer.
Yeah.
I'm excited, Chris, that like this is only the second time you've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm excited we get to watch through somewhat new eyes.
Yeah.
Through your eyes.
Through
your
your eyes. Or is it in your eyes? In your eyes? Peter Gabriel?
Oh,
In.
In your eyes.
God, I hate that too. I don't like the idea that it's like you were sent here for a reason. It's like, well, yeah, because his planet was exploding, not because he has to like save the Earth, whatever.
What continuity did they never have at any point, either the Kent saying it or it probably a part of Jor-El, where it's like you were sent to Earth specifically?
I mean, he was sent to Earth specifically.
Yeah, I think he's always
like
been
they
sent to
clearly
Earth
like
specifically.
GPS'd it.
But,
They're
like-
like you're
but,
going
like-
to Earth.
But just because it has a similar enough, physiology and whatnot to Krypton that he would be able to blend in, like but it's not like Jor-El was like, whatever the whatever universe you're watching it in. But like, I don't subscribe to the idea that like Jor-El was like, oh, this planet needs saving. I will send my son to save them.
I mean, Smallville used a slightly
I mean, to be
similar
fair,
version of that, right?
Jor-El.
And I ucked at that too.
Well, I mean,
because
I know
it was
you
dumb.
did.
in Smallville, Jor-El goes and visits the Kents,
Like multiple times.
and so he's like, I'll remember that name. So like, he specifically sends them, we're led to believe, to the Kents,
yeah.
which is I guess they were trying to do a new thing or something.
Why do I know this actor? Anyone?
I have no idea who he is.
Just fighting that rage.
I can do it.
Yeah. That's fucking cool. I like that shit.
Breaks his hands.
Yeah.
Deadpool style.
Yeah.
The T-Rex.
All the other dinosaurs fear the T-Rex.
Are you
Still
there,
maybe
God? It's me, Margaret.
That whole scene is like the hardest I've laughed at a movie
Yeah.
in a long, long time.
I mean, if beer cans bounce off him, imagine what bullets will do.
At a certain point, it's like, why in like the comics and other adaptations, like the TV show, it's like, why do you think the one bullet you're gonna why do you keep
Yeah.
shooting at Superman?
I think it's just I remember the crowd like cheered when they saw this. It's fine. You like seeing it because like that guy's a douche. There.
Yeah. There's
Hey,
the
it's
song.
Rambo. Just kidding.
The road.
We don't
Remember-
want you in this city.
Hey, remember how much of a big deal they like had a Superman shave and they don't show it in the fucking movie?
Yeah, there was that whole Gillette campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Shave like the Man of Steel or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. As far as I know, no Gillette razor blades in the movie either,
Yeah.
because he doesn't need them.
Yeah. Got that eye of the tiger. Hey, wait a minute.
I feel like meeting you is important. Like my destiny has something to do with it.
She just turns back around. Are you an alien?
I'm a really good reporter.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a really awkward scene where I just ask you a string of questions in a graveyard.
Yeah. I'm going to remind everyone I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist.
What's the S stand for?
I'm gonna talk about dick measuring contests.
Yeah.
Okay, Donald Trump. Second reference. Got him. Got him.
Hey, any Dollhouse fans here?
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Was Douchku here?
No, but
she's pretty much the only one I care about from Dollhouse.
the guy who was assigned to guard her the entire time in that show.
No.
No.
Oh, there's Christopher Maloney, of course, and Richard Schiff from The Lost World and The West Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when you were doing one of your rewatches of The West Wing, I was like, why does that dude look so familiar? And I was like, oh, he's in Man of Steel.
Yeah. He has like maybe 5 lines.
He is the guy that
There
figured.
it
Yeah.
Oh.
It's because she's edgy.
That's how you know
Yeah.
that she can hold her own, because she says she has a penis.
No, what's his face in The West Wing is the guy that turns his head and realizes he has to turn the fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
He's the guy who like saves the fucking world.
He does. Dr.
And
Emil
then
Hamilton.
dies hard.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I thought that, honestly, when we get there, we'll get to it. But
Yeah.
I just thought they just got sucked into the Phantom Zone.
I mean, that's true. They may still be in there.
Yeah.
You know, you don't die when you go in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's not preferable.
It's fucking
There's
terrible.
phantoms.
I mean, you can die in it.
Yeah. I do like in I keep mentioning Smallville, but I do like that you go into the Phantom Zone in Smallville. There's some cool scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fucking cool.
Well,
Ben Affleck's there.
Ben Affleck is
Phantoms.
That's right.
He was the
and
bomb in
Billy
Phantoms.
I wonder
Zane is
how
there
often
too.
he gets
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
That's why Kevin Smith and him. He doesn't know the Kevin Smith anymore. He's like,
I heard he was the bomb in Phantoms.
yeah.
Phantoms like a motherfucker.
I really hope Ben Affleck.
you were the bomb in Phantoms, dude.
I really hope, like he said, he wants to do Fat Man on Batman. I really hope that would be so
I
fucking
mean,
cool.
he's signed on for Mallrats too, right?
Is it
I
okay?
thought-
I didn't.
I
didn't
think so.
I
didn't
thought
think
he-
there was. He's like he wrote a part for him. It's not integral, like it has to happen, but he's like it's there if he wants it.
Mm.
home
Pulitzer Prize winning reporter
talks
Lois
to
Lane.
herself.
World's greatest journalist.
There's two people that auditioned for this role that I thought would have really been awesome in it. Mila Kunis auditioned for Lois Lane, and Olivia Wilde auditioned for Lois Lane.
Ooh.
Olivia Wilde or Olivia Munn would have been good.
Olivia Munn, sure. I don't know if she auditioned, though.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm just throwing names out there.
But yeah,
Of
after
cour-
seeing her in the newsroom, yeah, she would have been great.
Yeah.
I always kind of cite, like, Rashida Jones
Rashida
as a
Jones
great
would be good.
potential Lois
Yeah.
Lane.
Zip zap. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. My highs. I like how he kind of has to take
Yeah.
a minute.
I really like the effects they
You
put
see-
in
yeah.
for
Like the veins, you
Yeah.
see, like yeah.
How much it strains his
Mm-hmm.
body.
yeah.
face.
That's like
At
the
least while he
thing.
still gets used to it, right?
Yeah, I
Kinda.
think so, yeah.
I mean, he still like fucking lets out screams most of the time he does it. That might be more of like a war cry thing, but like it seems to be unpleasant.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be some point where it's just like dead pain to him, like he just doesn't feel it anymore, right?
Was it,
I mean, maybe I don't.
it was
I'm not
Alan Moore that
Kryptonian.
had him use
Yeah,
heat vision.
supposedly the first time he uses heat vision in a
offensive.
offensive manner is for the man who has everything against Mongol. He like fucking zaps him in the chest. Supposedly that's the first time that heat vision is used as a weapon.
And since then, it's a go-to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think one of the cool things about this is it shows that he can't use it all the time. Like a lot of people are like, oh, why doesn't he just use his heat vision all the time?
Yeah.
And it seems like it's something that almost has to charge up.
Yeah. Like it's pure solar energy
Mhm, yeah,
for a guy that, runs
it's like
on
his
the sun.
special move. I do like how he fucks one of these things up.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's what pain feels
Yeah.
like.
It's gotta be like the first time he's ever felt pain, probably.
Who knows? Maybe he had a rough time in high school.
I mean, yeah,
Wait,
maybe he.
Went like catch elementary school and middle school clerk.
That's true. Yeah, his powers hadn't manifested yet. Oh God.
Time to play hide and seek with your dad.
Yeah. That's for you one of the more tedious elements.
Yeah, I mean, I say this like I fucking am never gonna write a Superman comic, but I've always liked the idea that like Jor-El isn't like an AI that he can talk to. I think that would make an interesting thing that like Cal can't talk to his dad whenever he wants.
Diminishes his death.
Yeah, it's just like the same video. Like he has Kryptonian Wikipedia at his disposal, but he can't be like, "Hey, Jor-El, how's it going?" He's like, "Good, son. You have a good day being Superman." He's like, "I did. Where's mom? Don't worry about it." Like, I like the idea that like he would just have it'd be like it's having like an answering machine of Jor-El, and he just plays that one thing over and over again. Like whenever he's feeling down, he plays that message. I think that'd be
Well,
So-
they eventually rectify the situation.
But I mean, like Jor-El, like he has a conversation with his dad, like Jor-El in this. Like,
Yeah.
You'll notice that one of the pods is open and empty.
Yep.
There you go.
It's Kara Zor-El.
Yep.
Rumored.
The only thing that confirms it is the official tie-in prequel comic, but who knows how official that shit is.
Yeah.
That looks like the chart when you pick a fucking movie, a seat in a movie theater. Yeah, this part is cool. She's dead, by the way.
Same thing happens to me when I pick a seat in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we try to see a movie at Centerville, it's usually like sold out. We're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it usually whips me in the fucking
Yeah.
abdomen.
Watch him fucking crush just like a boss. Just yeah.
Stop wiggling.
Is that a
That's fucking
that a-
cool.
this would be so much better if I knew the name of that Pokemon, the Cocoon one.
Kakuna?
Is that
Yep.
Jesus?
Krakuna, yeah.
Yeah, that turns.
They weren't
into
very
moth
original.
thing.
Beedrill.
Sure.
'Cause
The one that looks like a crescent moon.
The green one or the yellow one?
There's multiple colors.
The green one is Metapod.
Yes, Metapod. That's the one. But you know what? Now that I think of it, much more like the one that turns into Beedrill.
Kakuna.
Sure. I haven't played Pokemon in over 10 years.
It's for kids.
That's how it felt being on the set of American Hustle every fucking day.
Oh yeah, man.
According to
I read.
she,
Yeah,
And also, that's
good for her
still-
calling
still-
out David O. Russell. Man, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck David O. Russell.
That was my favorite thing watching the Oscars. He's gonna show him. They're gonna fucking show him.
Because he's sitting next to Jennifer Lawrence.
What
There's
was
an-
the?
He
Hubbub?
treats his people like...
Absolute shit.
And
Yeah.
who is he?
He directed American Hustle.
Oh, he's the
The
director.
fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Three Kings. George Clooney supposedly punched him in the face, which I mean,
'Cause he
like
was
you
treating
need a
the-
reason to love George Clooney anymore, but
Yeah,
that's
he was
just
treating
awesome.
the crew like shit, and he's like, enough. And he was like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? And then like George Clooney just like slugged him, and he's like, all right.
George
Where is
Clooney's
that
like, I'm a real man.
Where's that special feature? Because I just watched that on repeat.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why you get Final Cut.
there's
The,
some really
the
awful,
option, not the program.
there's some really awful YouTube stuff of him just berating
Lily
During-
Tomlin.
yeah.
Oh, from okay.
Huckabees.
Which is
Okay. I didn't-
ironically my favorite directed David O. Russell film.
Yeah, for some reason I just
Probably me
never
too,
have
yeah,
locked
yeah.
in that
Marky
guy's
Mark, man.
his name as that guy. I know the I Heart Huckabees meltdown shit.
The apparently he cast Christopher Nolan cast Jude Law in The Prestige. He was supposed to be one of the leads, and David O. Russell wanted him for I Heart Huckabee. So at some Hollywood party, he corners Christopher Nolan and in front of everybody puts him in a fucking headlock. And as we know, Jude Law isn't in The Prestige. It's like, fuck you, you meathead douche.
You know who's a big comic book fan? Larry Fishburne. He also did say he's more of a Marvel guy, but like it was cool. I saw him like he was like on Oprah or something when they were talking about Man of Steel. He's big time comic fan.
Good Perry White.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's probably my favorite of the Daily. I mean, we only see but so many Daily Planet people.
True.
But I thought he was a good.
I think
casting.
he's actually
Yeah.
my favorite, one of my favorite Perry Whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like
excited to
him
see him
and
in
what's his
Batman
name
v
from
Superman.
Smallville.
Michael McKean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked him.
really love the one from The Real Adventures of Lois and Clark. Or Lois and Clark.
The
Lane
New Adventures
Smith?
of Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
The New Adventures of Superman.
Yes.
Yes.
That one.
That should have been Sam Elliott. God damn it.
It should have.
Anytime there's a guy with a gravelly voice and a mustache, make him fucking Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott should have been Superman.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood still should have been Superman in Man of Steel. Bring that back.
Yeah.
Or at least Jarrell.
Yeah.
She's tough. She can drink whiskey
Yeah.
in a single gulp, leaps tall buildings in a single bound.
Hey,
Just
there
like
you
that
go.
polar bear.
Yeah. It knows. It knows.
Basically, everything else has been more super than Superman in this movie so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, saving a oil rig wasn't shit.
Nah.
Crushing a metapod.
Yeah.
Or
Fucking
Kakuna.
Krakuna. I fucking don't
Oh.
like bug Pokemon.
Tag. You're it.
Do you like my jacket, son?
It's my morning jacket.
I should have programmed her into this too.
Yeah. Technically, I'm not even witnessing it because I'm just an artificial intelligence. Brr? I'm so glad that even though, Josh, your mic is super sensitive, it's not picking up your stomach rumbling because I can hear it all the way from over here.
Me too, man.
Did you not get enough to eat?
No,
Taquitos not enough.
I did. This was like the first real thing I've eaten today, so this is my stomach digesting it all.
That's not why. That's where.
This is probably going to take an inordinate amount of our VFX budget.
Yeah.
All the L's. Into the Void was a really good movie too.
Also a good song off Psycho Circus, written by Ace Frehley.
Very experimental. The movie was. I don't know about.
Thing looked like it just took a dump.
The old Hershey squirt all over the moon.
You mean that's not how you terraform a planet?
If that's the case, I terraform a lot.
That's how I
have to say it from now on. I got to terraform.
That's how I tear apart my anus.
I gotta go terraform the IHOP
What do you
bathroom.
think? We don't enjoy going into the bathroom after you. It's a inhospitable environment to us.
I feel like after I leave the bathroom post Sam shit that I'm a Superman.
Yeah.
I have super senses. I'm like, oh, I've never smelled how fresh air smells before.
By the way, this scene is boring and stupid and pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
especially since we already saw.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, yo, Krypton was dying. We sent you here. Oh, okay.
Just watch the first act.
Do it like Rocky does, where it's just like the clearly footage from the previous movie that he's like watching on TV.
Shadowboxing
Yeah.
with
And then
Jarrell on YouTube, a
yeah.
YouTube clip.
Sure can't be born again, Stallion.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Rocky has longer hair.
Yeah, when he gets to the hospital.
Yeah, even though it's only been half an hour.
I don't care what anybody else says. This is the real winner of this fight. Just trailed off.
Started so strong.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but just because we're recording and we're talking about Rocky, rest in peace, Tony Burton. I don't know if you ever mentioned that in the podcast, but it's a bummer.
Yeah, man.
They supposedly were gonna he wanted to be, and they were gonna put him in Creed, but he was too sick at the time.
Yeah.
So his character's son is in it, and there are pictures of him in Adrian's. But yeah, he's a presence through the 6 of the Rocky movies.
Mm-hmm.
The core Rocky saga.
Not even Adrian can say she was in 6 Rocky
That's
movies.
true.
Jo-
Yeah, only Rocky and Paulie, right?
Yep.
Jog my memory. Was he Paulie or?
No, Paulie is Burt Young.
He's the guy
the
that trains Apollo.
Duke,
Gotcha.
even though
Okay,
we called
gotcha.
him Tony all the time.
Oh. Well, didn't Apollo call him Tony?
What you afraid of, Tony?
I feel like
Do you think I
Rocky
can-
calls him Tony too in beginning of 5.
Beginning of 4 too, or yeah, after like they get-
Shower.
yeah,
Good
or,
But not the credits.
no, they call him Duke.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they're he right before he does the training montage, the first training montage in 4, he's like, "Thanks, Tony."
Hey, it's a shirt rip. That's the only one we're going to get in this movie.
Yeah, from Russell Crowe.
If they
You
don't
know
have
that,
maybe Superman.
Now that I'm thinking, of course, of Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell was approached to be Pa Kent in this movie.
Dude, I love Kevin Costner.
With the Snake Plissken
but
eye
dude,
patch.
he would have been the man.
Call me Pa.
I thought you were dead.
I was.
Yeah.
I thought you were taller.
There's the Alex Ross inspired scene. Oh, wait, Chris is coming up with his eye, by the way.
Oh yeah, everyone pay attention to Cavill's right eye.
Apparently, it takes Jake out of the movie.
Yeah.
It ruins the movie.
Ruins the whole movie. No, I get over it pretty quick. Because the scene after it's just great.
But it still ruins a good amount of it.
How, badass was Cavill? Like, he's just like, I'm super.
He's like, we just got, or Jake's sitting there like, I just got back into this movie after that long ass Krypton shit, and now I'm back out.
Yeah.
For another half hour. I do like how much he looks like Tom Welling.
And I do.
They all kind of share a facial feature.
I like a bit of the hairy chest showing too.
Oh, yeah.
The curls.
It's the Fleischer
I do
Superman
like
right now.
hairy chest Superman.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be metrosexual.
Yeah.
That is cool. Like, he's, fighting to...
I like how
Wow.
this is the most fun we see Henry Cavill Superman have.
And it's the most colorful we see a suit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. This was Superman learning to fly was Mark Waid, big Superman writer. His favorite part of the film was him learning how to fly.
Yeah.
He also was like, I actually like the Smallville stuff. I like asshole Paul Kent. No, that's what he calls him. He calls him asshole Paul Kent. I was like, all right, because they kind of in
There's the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight sequence where he's standing on rubble.
But what was it?
I was thinking, I didn't make that landing quite right.
I give that a 6.
Takes out a fucking mountain. Permanently alters
coming
the
up.
landscape.
Yeah.
This is the All-Star Superman quote.
I have cancer.
Here it is. Oh, there it is.
I missed it again.
Maybe it's just me.
Maybe it's not actually.
But once he
happening.
does the thing with his jaw, we're all good. flexes those jaw muscles, Cavill.
I do like this.
That he kind of draws his almost like charges up almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been confused by this.
Have you
part.
seen the YouTube video
It's all his
of
aura.
like just flying through the clouds? This whole scene is just great. Have you seen the YouTube video of a kid watching this scene for the first time? Like the dad videotaped his little kid's reaction, and the kid loses his mind when Superman starts flying. It's awesome.
We're about to get a scene straight from Birthright by Mark Wade,
Mm-hmm.
which is to say this one.
Scaring
Just
animals.
killed-
Yeah.
just killed a whole bunch of animals.
Yeah, because that book starts with Clark in Africa, trying to do good there
Mm-hmm.
before he realizes he has to doing it as Clark Kent isn't enough. But yeah, Mark Wade, man.
Yeah, Birthright's fantastic.
Yeah,
And Kingdom Come,
it's not my
Great
favorite
Superman.
Superman origin story, but it's
No.
a really good one.
they're very good. Yeah, and the Lionel Yu, the art on that,
Mhm.
amazing.
The idea that it's got one of my favorite Jor-El Lara-El moments where you see them realize through space and time that their
That's a
son
great
made it
shot.
to Earth okay.
Yeah, just like I'm a beast,
What do you think Bruce Wayne is
Ooh.
doing during this?
sleeping.
He's retiring from being Batman.
yeah.
Well, I think by this point he's probably already been retired.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I have no idea what you're fucking talking about, lady.
I just after you pointed him out, Josh, he wasn't on screen, and then he pops up right there, and I'm like, oh hey, it's that guy Josh was talking about. He's actually, to be fair, he's one of my favorite guys from Dollhouse, and he's also a big actor in the fucking IHOP, in the remake of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah. Okay. The only reason I still go to IHOP, guys, is I'm just waiting for Superman to come crashing through.
And destroy it.
Yeah.
Mark Wade, to cite him again, said that he basically is like, when I was a young man, I looked like the fucking guy that works at the IHOP.
P. Ross, man. I like that Ma Kent's kind of got, a little bite to her. Like,
A little feisty.
She still,
She isn't passive.
loves Clark unconditionally, but there's, she tells Zod to go to hell later on.
And a hardcore Sears employee.
She might be on her.
Wait, watch the way he delivers this line. He's like, what if I didn't want them to, they just...
Watch how she delivers this line.
What is it with, like, blank ball caps with him and Cap? They just love the non-logos.
People didn't pay shell out for him.
Yeah. I mean, he wears a Royal shirt later on. Slap on a Chiefs hat, man. Kansas City Blades. I used to go to those hockey games all the time.
It's also easier to hide if you look very nondescript.
What if
Only psychopaths wear baseball caps without fucking logos on them. That'd be the first thing.
what if Cap had a? I feel like he would have a Dodgers hat on. For him, the Dodgers
Brooklyn
would.
Dodgers?
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah,
hat.
for him,
Yeah.
Dodgers would always be a Brooklyn
He'd
team.
still have, yeah.
Just like me. Yeah. Even though
My grandfather too.
they've been Los Angeles negative 30 years of my life. Or something, even more. Negative 50.
In the 50s, yeah.
I mean, my dad still thinks the Mets
the
are an
negative
expansion team. They've been the Mets for over 50 years.
Yeah, but has he ever meet the Mets?
So,
Maybe.
is this college Clark?
Ish.
Yeah, you can tell because he's got, like, longer hair.
and it's Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got like cold light of day hair.
Oh, yeah. Cold Light of Day. I own that digitally and on DVD. I speak goddamn fucking English. Is he wearing a Royal shirt here, too? I can't remember.
Yeah. I always liked the idea of a twister kind of being like a coming of age thing for Clark. But if you think
'Cause
about
it's Kansas.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think about like almost like the fury of God incarnate. But
Yeah.
if you think about it, Jonathan Kent's death is kind of dumb.
It is, but I remember the first time I saw it, it fucking, like, gutted me. I was like, oh, God.
That's just because it was Kevin Costner.
Well, that's true.
Well, and
That's your penance for Waterworld.
Smallville, Clark nearly learned how to fly in a
Yeah,
twister
that's
as well.
the season 1 finale. And also in Superman for All Seasons. The tornado has it's kind of become the new era, like plane crash. Like he that's the coming of age in like Man of Steel, John Byrne, and Superman Returns.
And in Superman Returns, the tornado is the last boss.
Oh yeah, multiple fucking tornadoes if I remember correctly. He'll turn around in a second, but I'm pretty sure he has a royal shirt.
I think you're right.
Yeah, there's multiple
very
tornadoes.
Oh yeah.
Superman
No, is it
64
Jayhawk
as
shirt?
well.
Is he wearing a Kansas?
I never got that far.
Be glad.
Whatever it is, it says Kansas.
Is he wearing University of Kansas? That's fucking cool if he is.
Makes sense, yeah.
I
Again,
mean,
it's like college age.
Yeah.
He is College Clark.
I'll just screenshot it later if they don't see.
Let's bang it
But
down again a couple
Here's
times.
here's the big thing. Once you stop and think about it, and we mentioned this in our Superman, the movie commentary. What makes Jonathan Kent's death like super tragic for Clark is that he can't save him from a heart attack. He could have saved him here,
But by doing so, it reveals himself.
Super speed, bitch.
And that's why he tells him to
people
stop.
when they blink their eyes, they wouldn't even fucking know.
He, to the end, didn't want to take that risk for his son. That's why he does it.
I understand that. I just think it's stupid.
It's
Oh, yeah, no, you can... Yeah, but...
Scream number 2. It's harder for me to swallow that pill
Yeah.
than the maybes.
Well, yeah, because it reinforces what the heart attack reinforces is will always be things out of Superman's control.
Yeah.
Even if Superman had been in the super suit,
Yeah.
he
Also,
still couldn't stop someone from having a heart attack.
Would that instill doubt in Superman for the rest of his life?
Yeah.
I mean, it clearly doesn't because
It's something that he needs to be able to live with. Hey, do you like House of Cards? There's Doug Stamper.
Oh
Yeah, he's so much happier and nicer here.
Yeah, because he's not working for fucking Frank Underwood. He's working for Perry White.
Well, he's just a nicer person here in general, too.
Yeah, as far as I know, he doesn't kill any hookers.
Yet.
The most ominous.
I mean, to be fair, Gotham City isn't a thing yet.
Remember when she's
Yeah.
remember when she's Jim Halpert's girlfriend in season 2, Fire Guy episode?
Yeah. Also, the season 1 finale.
Mm-hmm. Remember in Hannibal where he like owns those dudes who are like taking a piss in the bathroom in the beginning, and he's just like, get out.
Did you ever see the fight between him and Mads Mikkelsen in
Oh my
Hannibal?
god, it's so good.
Like Chris said, it's
I need to finish
It's near
that.
the end of season 2.
Is it bloody?
It's not the bloodiest part of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
it's just a very well choreographed shot fight between Mads Mikkelsen and Lawrence Fishburne.
Do I want to know who wins?
Well, let me put it this way: there's a 3rd season of Hannibal.
Well, tits.
So
the LexCorp
Gillian
truck?
Anderson wins.
Yeah. He's
Obviously.
got the LexCorp truck, I think. He hitches it right. Yep,
Yep.
there it is.
Oh, it said LexCorp on it.
Foreshadowing.
I mean, I did like that.
He also dodges the LexCorp truck later.
I did like that Lex Luthor was nowhere near this movie.
Or
Save for-
Kryptonite either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kryptonite.
Yeah. If it's not referenced like that, Jake, I'm gonna be upset.
Fingers crossed that in this incarnation of Superman, we finally get fucking Brainiac.
It's only, I mean, if they're going for the universe building, it's only a matter of time.
Darkseid or Brainiac has got to be like a Justice League villain, right?
According to Zack Snyder, when there was just going to be a Man of Steel sequel, the main villain was Brainiac. Just
That
like
always is the case.
yeah,
you know?
like Bryan Singer for the Superman Return sequel, it's going to be Brainiac.
And
Superman returns
but-
again.
the
with-
death of Superman lives, or Superman
With
lives.
Justice League, I think it is going to be.
Darkseid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Darkseid is a more Justice League villain because
level.
he's like the only one that could stop Darkseid is the Justice League in toto. Like Superman can go up against him, but like that's kind of a stalemate.
Yeah.
yeah.
To win, he needs at least a couple other people.
Not to mention, there's like Granny Goodness, and there's Calabac, there's Desaad.
The
He's got-
demon.
Calibac's the guy in Coming of the Superman.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it was the coming of the Jake Bosics.
Yes. Henry Cavill has read the Justice League script. He said.
oh, because it starts filming next month.
Oh shit!
Yeah, when he was like doing like I think red carpet stuff for the Oscars and other things, he was just getting like bombarded with Superman questions. And he was like, they were like,
Doesn't anybody want to ask me about the Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
yeah.
No.
They were like, have you read the Justice League script? He's like, yeah. They're like, and he's like, I can't say anything. He's like, but it's got to be fun, like being with everybody. And he's like, Jason Momoa. He's like, yes, Jason Momoa is awesome. He's very awesome.
Yes, Jason Momoa is there.
Yeah.
He is
Momoa
an Aquaman.
Momoa and Cavill in one room.
It's not a secret, guys. He's in it.
Yeah.
But is Idris Elba in it as Luthor?
Yeah.
Only in the British version.
He only produces the American version.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great if we had like if they recast for English and American movies? You know, like how they recast like the dubs for Mad Max. Even though it's still fucking English.
It's Harry Lennox from The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions.
Or The Blacklist on NBC.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen it. I know it's on Netflix. And I intend to. That's one of those shows I definitely intend to watch. But apparently it's getting enough ratings without me, unlike, say, Constantine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Though
Like Sam.
I did watch Constantine.
Or the Pete Holmes Show.
I didn't watch it. You can lay that one on me.
Me too.
PC load letter? What the fuck?
Why do I want to load a politically correct letter?
Lois, there's a spaceship going on. Forget the fucking copier.
That's literally my favorite scene in Office Space. Or at least that's the scene from Office Space I identify with the most. When they just fucking destroy the printer.
Yeah.
That has been my greatest workplace nemesis.
So this is when Corey, Woman of Steel, as you guys would know her as, said that this would have been great to have the audience introduced to Zod with the rest of Earth. Like, when very ominous, very scary.
I like the parallels between Lois and Clark with this, of where they're both just doing something completely mundane, and it's everyone else around them that realizes, hey, this big event's going on.
Yeah, well, isn't the "You Are Not Alone" broadcast from Earth One?
Because you are not alone. Yeah, I think so.
By Joe Michael Straczynski.
Yes. And Shane Davis.
Best known for being the head writer on Babylon 5.
And Shane Davis is just a nice guy.
Did a light just go out?
Yes.
Pretty fucking creepy.
This was part of the viral marketing campaign, I remember.
Yes, it was.
You are not alone.
It was really creepy as well, this part in the movie.
I like that it was just before, like, as Josh was kind of saying, the mundane stuff. Like, Clark's just at his childhood home drinking a beer, watching football.
Not that beer's doing anything.
Yeah. Just for the taste. Just for the taste of it. Diet Coke.
The rumor is that's Carol Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
They call her, she's billed as Carrie Ferris.
But we all know.
Maybe it's a sister.
Why?
Sister.
Twins.
I don't know. It could be either way.
Why do I know that name?
Carol Ferris
Is Hal Jordan's Squeeze.
Oh, yes.
would go on to become
Star
a...
Sapphire.
Yep.
Depending on which continuity you're talking about, the Star Sapphire.
Yep.
Or an Star Sapphire. Not
Or a
an.
Sapphire Stars.
Data moshing.
That V-neck.
Deep V.
An ocean of stars. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me
Now,
more.
is he giving this message with the mask on or off?
It's on.
It looks like it's on.
Yeah, at least
I
when
mean,
they first showed him.
Not that you can really tell.
When they first showed it, you can clearly see
Kind of has
it.
a space jockey thing going on.
I like it.
It'd be funny if you hear General Zod's stomach growling in the microphone. He's like, it's been a long time.
Yeah. We had to eat fucking rocks.
5
Yeah.
years.
Have you ever eaten rocks?
Ever see Premium Rush with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yes.
He's the bad guy in that movie, too.
Yep. He's a corrupt cop.
Crook cop.
He got rave reviews for 99 Homes that he was in with Andrew Garfield.
Was it the Iceman he was in as well?
Yes.
Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Yep.
And of course, Boardwalk Empire.
Yep.
Superman's like not phased.
If anything, he's pissed.
He's probably like, what the? I like that he's got like a haircut between Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
They're saying it's like what 6 to 9 months afterwards.
Is that what it is? I haven't heard
We'll find
official.
out.
Yeah, I haven't heard an official thing. That sounds.
How long does it take to rebuild a city?
A day in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, if LexCorp is funding it.
No man's land status.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne has just had that authoritative voice.
I think his feature film debut. I don't know if it's not his debut, but one of his early roles is one of my favorites.
Apocalypse Now.
Plays Mr. Clean. That's the
know,
character's name, Mr. Clean.
You gotta hand it to the government to automatically know who to hunt down to find him.
She leaked the blog.
Yeah.
Well, they're hunting for Lois, though.
Yeah. She leaked it.
The blog.
Well, she leaked the info to the guy.
Who probably leaked her to them.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Perry was able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, it's because she took the story to him first.
Hey, look, it's Chris Maloney. He doesn't
Have
look...
you been sexually assaulted?
Gong gong. Well, nobody comes to this church. I just clean the floor for my own benefit.
The only time people come here is when they have a crisis of faith.
I would have expected that church to be packed after that kind of incident, too.
You'd think, yeah. Maybe it's like the leftovers.
I love that he's wearing like Born in the
Christopher
USA
Eccleston.
era clothes.
Yeah.
That's,
Smallville jackets.
It's not Flash Thompson.
No, it's, Whitney, isn't it?
There's a reference to it, and also Sullivan's, Chloe Sullivan's. You'll see one of the shops is called Sullivan's.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is, Chloe's.
I fucked up guys in Waterworld. I can fuck up you.
Yeah.
Ever see 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
Yep.
You ever
No.
see Mr. Brooks?
Yeah. I own that one.
I do too.
Silverado. Oh,
Yep.
Silverado.
Oh.
He doesn't have any logos on his baseball cap.
Because everyone in this movie is insane. They should all be wearing Royals hats.
Or Chiefs.
Chefs.
Yes. The Kansas City Chefs.
There's a Snickers commercial where a guy accidentally paints the end zone chefs.
They used a different take for the trailer. Do you guys? This is probably like it's not even that important at all. But do you remember the first like when you first saw the teaser for this? If it was the Jonathan Kent one or the Jor-El one, because it was the two different voiceovers. Because they showed the Man of Steel teaser before Dark Knight Rises, and it was the Jonathan Kent voiceover when I saw it.
I don't remember.
I think it was Jor-El.
I wonder if this is the kind of a nod to For Tomorrow, where he's talking to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Catholic priest.
Yeah, good call.
And of course, behind him, he's got Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane.
He's not Jesus. He's Moses.
Yeah, but don't try to tell the people that.
No.
The only one who would agree with you that I know of in the media would be Gene Simmons.
Oh, well, good. I'm in good hands.
Team Kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah, if we're led to believe like the Superman for Tomorrow thing keeps going, this priest's life is just terrible afterwards.
Turns into a blade monster.
Yeah, and gets killed.
Spoilers for a 12-year-old comic book.
Yeah. Read the first half at least, and look at the art. It's fantastic.
Actually, I gave Josh one of the issues of For Tomorrow.
Yeah, I have that same one.
Yeah, where he's
This
stopping
is
the bullets
a
on the
really
cover.
cool shot. Also,
of
his
straight
cape
outta
would be
Kingdom Come.
so massive right now.
It was one of those things they added digitally.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's one of those things where like it'd be like dragging behind him. It's a weird.
Notice his cape's the only thing blowing. This scene's been totally faked.
I don't know. I think the scene blows too.
Hey!
This is one of my favorite little like Superman moments, though. Like he lets them handcuff him.
Oh, I love his reasoning for it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they trying to paint over the behind the line in the background?
Batman was in there earlier. He punched a hole in the wall.
An L-shaped.
Also, watch
with the Joker's body.
When Superman stands up to talk to the two-way mirror or whatever. He doesn't like rip the handcuffs off like in a gesture of strength. It just happens to be that when he stands up, his arms just move across, and he's so strong that it just snaps. Like he doesn't do it on purpose. It's just a natural thing.
He puts his arms down to his side.
Yeah, and they just snap.
He's that naturally strong.
Humor. I hate wintergreen lifesavers.
Same age as Jesus.
Maximum less effort?
Like Jake was saying, it's just a natural motion for him. Wasn't Amy Adams in a season 1 or 2 episode of Smallville?
She's in the second episode ever of Smallville. Oh, no,
really?
not the second, but she is in an episode of Smallville where she eats and eats and eats.
Gets
like
the power
she can't
of
stop eating.
Oh, I
it's
remember
a creepy
that
episode.
one.
She eats a fucking deer. Like she hits it with a car, and then her mouth like opens up like her jaw.
Yes, yeah.
And hinges. It's not the second episode because that's the Bug Man, but I can't remember. And it's funny.
I don't remember that at all.
There's an there's a thing where they were doing press for Man of Steel, and someone references it. And look at Henry Cavill's face as she's saying the plot. Like Henry Cavill's clearly never seen it. He's just like, "Wow, okay." It's a weird, creepy episode.
It is,
but it was very early on the Monster of the Week stuff.
He's like, "Wow, the things my co-stars will do to be in a Superman project."
She was young.
Yeah, I started rewatching, or I'm going to start rewatching Man of Steel or Smallville again. So I'll be getting to that one soon.
I'm gonna watch Man of Steel again soon.
Yeah.
Like right when you go home.
Yeah, this is the Superman movie that I watched the most scenes from. To be fair, chapter select.
I feel like every single one up until this point has all been the same kind of continuity. This is like the very first one. Outside the first one we watched that like broke away from like trying to be the Christopher Reeve
it's not in the
stuff.
Donnerverse, yeah.
Which I'm a little upset it took us this long to finally get something not in the Donnerverse.
It's a credit to the universe that Donner created with Superman. You know, they really loved it.
Christopher Nolan, who is producing this film, said he really, he's like, I really like Superman Returns, and hats off to Bryan Singer for because he loves. He fucking talks to Richard Donner while doing the special features for the Dark Knight trilogy.
That's an awesome 30-minute thing. They just sit there and they talk about it like
making superhero
it's
movies.
Really cool, yeah.
But the big thing is like, look, we just wanted to go our own way.
I think, say what you will about this movie overall, but I think that's one of the big pros of the movie. As much as we love the Donnerverse, mostly, and rightfully so. But I think it was a very, you had to move away from the Donnerverse. You just to create your own, DCU. You had to do it.
Yep.
That full bird Colonel stank. He didn't give a shit. He's a full bird Colonel. He's like, I'm on the general's list, bitch. Next stop, Brigadier. Pharrell Williams and Jason Bonham going to town.
There's like 6 other drummers. It was a room full of 8. It was 8 drummers
It's pretty cool.
around the recording studio.
I feel like I've heard the Jason Bonham. I don't know if I'd heard the Pharrell Williams. Don't tell anyone. I thought this was clever. Like, obviously, it's not kryptonite, but they have kind of like the atmosphere of Krypton is hurting him, kind of in a kryptonite way. I thought that was a clever way of having kryptonite without kryptonite.
Well, also, I mean, yeah, but it's not like the sense of like hurting him. It depowers him because it puts him in the same environment of where he would have naturally
the way
come
that
from.
I think kryptonite should affect
Well, I
him
mean,
anyway.
Yeah, right.
It hurts him because he has to like go through that process
Of like readjusting to the atmosphere,
Yeah.
yes, but not like hurting him with how people normally think kryptonite does.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's not kryptonite. It's kind of almost a little nod to it.
Yeah. Here it starts.
Psychology?
Yes.
So she's calling him Clark, right? So she right off the bat, I mean, yeah, she was there at Jonathan Kent's grave.
She did.
So she right off the bat knows that he's Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
that was something that David Goyer was like, look, she's one of the best journalists in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be a matter of like glasses that puts her
Yeah.
off.
I'm fine with that.
Or spit curl.
Hey, there's
Yeah.
the Royals.
Yeah. Just in time for the skull scene.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
I want your skulls. Dicks.
It's just more stuff I don't need in the movie.
Yeah.
You don't like Superman science?
It's just like, hey, we got here because we got here. Whatever. This scene's mental, though. Judas Priest.
I think it is starting to pick up on your mic now.
Oh, God. Hey, it's that thing. That guy's pointing like, look, I do good, General.
Yes, Cletus, you do good.
Cletus.
Superman does good. You do well. X-Men?
At least he pronounces it right.
Yeah.
Krypton.
Props.
Do you think that was his plan?
No.
I do like the transition that he is in the different suit.
Yeah. He's in the black suit. Kind of a
Mhm.
clear reference to the death and return of Superman.
It's pretty sweet, actually. I dig it.
He kind of has almost like it almost looks like a hammer and sickle from like
Yeah.
Red Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be fitting for Zod, I think.
A totalitarian Zod, yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Skulls. Hey, look, it's a destroyed
What is this,
playground.
Terminator 2?
Yeah.
It is super metal.
A T-800 just stands in and crushes a skull.
Superman for children.
Yeah.
With really blue eyes.
Yeah. It's kind of a
Trait.
A recurring element.
a motif, if you will.
Mm-hmm. A defining. Well, I don't know about defining characteristic, but
Yeah,
it's,
I mean,
No, yeah.
Defining
Yeah, it's
feature?
pretty defining.
They go out of their way to mention it. You know, when people usually see Superman, they talk about his unearthly blue eyes,
Almost like
otherworldly blue eyes.
you're an alien.
now I have no people.
Yeah. You guys on a farm. I do like when he gets his powers back in the ship, and when he pops the fucking lock off, and the look on his face, just like, fucking bullshit.
We've been watching this for an hour and a half.
Really?
Well, an hour and 22 minutes.
So not even. It's still coming.
I mean, it is a pretty short movie.
Define short.
Yeah.
It caps 2 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The action's paced pretty well.
I liked it. For the first time I saw it, it was tough because it seemed so fucking much. But you know, once you know the pacing of the action, it's a little easier to watch because you know when shit's moving and ending.
Single. That piano is kind of like a 2001 thing.
High tempo 2001 thing.
Yeah. All we need is dude fucking doing laps on the wall.
This part is stupid.
How'd she get that? I have already forgotten.
He
Clark gave
handed
it to her.
That's stupid.
About to get all stupid up with her.
Hello, Clark. It's so nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, he fucking knows what her name is.
Who's Cal?
Calvin Klein.
First time I've seen somebody have their name on their underwear before.
Do you think it's a little odd? She's just so...
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. The fucking stomach growls is too fucking funny, man. I can't fucking.
This never used to happen to us. We used to go to 7-Eleven all the time before movies.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, this part is dumb though.
You know, if you want to mute my mic, I won't blame you.
Oh, this part. Watch his face.
So over it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, son. You fucking Dracula-looking motherfucker.
Wait, why does he have his powers back again?
The destabilizing the atmosphere in the ship.
Oh.
Basically turn it back to Earth
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Hey, Smallville.
The the Kryptonian mad scientist kind of looks like the dancing guy from that episode of It's Always Sunny.
Ha.
Damn.
Man,
Face.
for the General's best men, they really suck.
Yeah.
Getting bested by a woman.
Oh, hey, watch how clever he's there. And then he's there.
Oh.
There was our reference. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. There he is again.
Happy trails to you. Maybe you should have kept that respirator. It's really cool technology that maybe your government could have used.
She did take the gun with her, so obviously she's thinking right.
Yeah, granted, none of it survived, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't take the gun with her.
She tried.
It's the thought.
This
Yeah.
almost sounds like the Tron theme.
Daft Punk to Superman.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
Yes, bitch. Daddy?
Oh, you're
This
still
part right
here.
here. Boom. Cool visuals. Just like Aquaman.
Yes, kitty, like sea monkeys. But he doesn't.
Yeah.
He barely saves any. Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
This part is cool though.
Don't worry, kind of
fucking
like-
rocket like a motherfucker. And you know, again,
Oh,
like a hurricane.
He just leaves the codec.
saves Lois. He is the Codex.
It's in his body. In his blood.
His DNA. I think you're talking about the key.
Yeah. It makes more sense that would be the codex,
Yeah.
but
Watch him
Fine.
straddle this shit.
whatever Zack Snyder wants to do.
I think for me, like the most like annoying thing about like Zack Snyder's response to criticism about Man of Steel is like, well, it's not unlike he was like, well, true Superman fans. Will, I mean, no, I'm not even blowing up just hot air up your ass, but
no,
he's like,
I
yeah,
know he said this.
yeah, he's like, true Superman fans should know that we didn't actually really change anything. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
How many true sucker pants?
Sucker pants.
Yeah,
Sucker
I would
pants.
love sucker pants.
I do like in Chris. I do like
Consider thinking about what that means.
the first time seeing the scene. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why is Superman being like all weird?" And granted, you know, seeing it again, you realize that he's hearing his mother in danger, which is why he skips out of this part really quick, which is kind of cool. And he fucks up Zod. That part's so awesome. Yeah, right here, he's like, "Oh." Don't be yelling names when the cops are around.
Henry Cavill actually auditioned to be James Bond back
Yeah.
when they were casting for Casino Royale.
He also auditioned
Actually
for
good.
Superman
Yeah.
before this, like
yeah, for Superman Returns.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was deemed too young for Casino Royale. At
Get him
that
locked
point, this came out in what, 2013? So at that
Mhm.
point, he'd be. That was 7 years prior. He'd be like he'd be like 21, 22 when he auditioned for Casino.
jeez. I remember they played this scene coming up where he fucking just spears Zod into a cornfield. They played it on a late night thing before the movie came out, and I was like, "Oh shit!" This is always a scene that I love to watch, just randomly, if I'm in the mood, because I just love Superman rocking Zod here.
I'll spear out of nowhere.
It's Mama's boy.
She's not your mother, cow. Well, there's a couple people dead.
Sevron.
Yeah.
Great, so his stomach's gonna be growling the rest of this time now.
Only if he eats the taquitos.
Hey, one of the few times the cape is real.
Now that technology is cool.
Let me get this fruit roll up off my face.
Yeah. Duh.
I'm in Premium Rush. God,
Yeah.
God. Oh. I will say I actually prefer the Smallville action sequence over the Metropolis one.
Me too. Me too.
Giant beetle ship aside.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle ship?
Yes. Good old Ted Cord.
Blue Beetle tie-in? Blue Beetle's in this too?
Where's the Keep Calm Batman poster?
It's a Metropolis. It's really quick. I'll try to point it out. But yeah, there's a Keep Calm Call Batman poster in this movie. Because like we were saying, Batman's like, his career is probably pretty much done by this point.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
He seems like he's been retired for a while
Yeah.
in the trailers.
it's the West.
no. At this point, he's within a stone's throw of Metropolis.
We're not talking about proximity.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's-
We're
Yeah.
talking about
He's
Batman's
retired.
retired.
Like,
Oh
it's just
yeah,
Bruce
no,
Wayne.
yeah, he's been retired by this point.
Yeah. Now, I will say, like we'll be talking about collateral damage. For a good chunk of the Smallville stuff, it's the military that goes ham. Now,
Yeah.
granted, they do throw trains around like footballs, but
Well, what else do you do with them?
yeah. If you think about it, this is like Superman's like first real fight, and he's against two super trained badasses.
And they're using weaponry that's mainly designed for tanks right now.
This part's cool,
There's our non.
pretty much, yeah. Where Superman saves one of these dudes. It's a really great shot of her coming out of the flames really quick there.
Remember how much people hated that IHOP was in this movie?
I don't
Man
know.
of Steel got so much shit from at least from what I was fielding personally. I don't know about like worldwide, but like people were going nuts. They were like fucking man a sellout or whatever stupid pun they were coming up with. Like,
It's like, do you
Calm the
remember the
fuck down,
Christopher
guys.
Reeve movies?
yeah, they were covered in the fucking product placement.
Yeah. Superman sold out a long time ago.
To Marlboro.
Here comes the first promotional shot of Superman.
Oh yeah, everyone was like, "What's he protecting in the vault?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't put up with this shit right here.
Why are you still talking?
Yeah.
He's still only thinking you threatened my mother.
Well, it's
Damn!
Base.
there's your Hulk
Gets
Loki
kicked.
moment.
Yeah.
It's
Did she
clotheslined.
just miss?
No, she punched the clotheslined him.
Okay.
What? We got it, guys. There's your
Oh,
Sears,
Sears.
Josh.
Yeah. Here comes the heat vision madness. And they don't even know that's a thing, so they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. He can shoot hot beams out of his eyes?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll just hit you with your own woman.
Lone Rangers. It's all connected.
But where's Green Hornet?
Yeah. He takes a round off the head here. You can hear it.
Oh. U-Haul.
Yeah.
We haul.
I think this was cut to like in a Whopper commercial where he saves somebody or there's some kind of Burger King thing.
Drops him off at a Burger King.
Out of the way.
What about the other guys in that helicopter?
He saved one. That's the quota.
I mean,
to be fair,
that's how he seems to take it with Metropolis.
to be fair, he saved 2 people in this scene. This part's cool.
Oh,
oh yeah,
The way she moves.
that was my favorite little.
Yeah. That I remember after the movie, a lot of people were like, "Yo, remember that?"
That was cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I want to punch you into a goddamn motherfucking train.
Yeah.
Christopher Maloney is like, I've got a knife. I've got a K-bar.
I remember this scene. My brother wasn't the biggest fan. He's a much bigger Batman fan. This scene won him over, though, and he was like, props to this dude, man. He's like, pulls out a knife on her knowing he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Good placement. Good placement.
Yeah. All kill shots if it was not a Kryptonian.
Yeah.
Or with that armor.
Yeah, well, yeah.
maybe the armor's so advanced they didn't think to protect
Get
against
the fuck
knives.
out of here.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Ranger never quits.
I got one too.
Yeah, which isn't sharp
That's
at
not
all.
a knife. That's. Shit.
He wasn't
Rocked.
even backing away for that. He
No,
lunged
he said
forward.
Props to him, man.
Props to Maloney.
That full bird.
Phony Maloney.
Baloney.
Bony Maloney?
I guess they kind of do.
Yeah, they pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. He saved, what, 2 people right now? 3 people? That's 3 million people?
Yeah.
Choo choo.
That's why he's not saving as many people as possible.
I got it at Sears.
Collateral what?
Starring Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise.
A fantastic film. Directed by Michael Mann.
One of his best.
I would say
Mm.
so, yeah. Beats Black Hat.
Doesn't beat The Keep.
Never saw it. Can't really.
Got it on Laserdisc.
Yeah.
More or
It's
less
on
the
Amazon
only way that
Prime,
you can
right?
see it. Yeah. The Laserdisc was digitized for Amazon Prime.
There's a big trailer moment when his boot hits the ground.
Ooh. Maybe this is the band of like Superman army dudes that we see in the trailer. These guys, they've just decided to give up their lives as army rangers and like join Superman.
Because that's how that works, right?
There was a, there's like a bunch of skull, like, painted people that it apparently are.
Yeah, it's the gangs from Batman Forever.
With the glow sticks.
It's the Judged from Dredd.
Yeah. The, Thank you, Colonel.
He said it's funny whenever, obviously, like, Cavill has to pretend to take off, he would, like, look up, and then he'd still be standing there, and they'd have to pretend like they're looking away. This is one of my favorite lines coming up.
Was his rank ever told to him?
He could see the Colonel. He could still see the full bird.
How did Clark know that?
How do you
Again, he
Colonel.
can see the...
He also has
full
super
bird.
hearing, even if you
How
didn't know.
do most people know that?
Yeah. I feel like he'd know.
I mean,
He's
I learned
educated.
because of my father.
Yeah.
He's educated, man. I like this
Maybe
nice suit.
I know plenty of people that don't have military parents that know how to identify rank. Maybe his name badge says Colonel Dick or whatever. Whatever his name is.
Pretty sure she yells Clark right by this cop. Yep.
What was it with her and cops and yelling at Clark?
She's the world's greatest reporter, not the world's greatest secret keeper.
Yeah. She's got to expose the truth, Josh.
Good point. Good point.
I look like a rat.
Have you ever seen that episode of It's Always Sunny with a Dancing Man? It's not me, but it could be, but it's not.
Ugh!
Jor-El looks approvingly.
Release the Kraken.
Just these massive claw things.
Yeah, they're just playing the claw game.
What's his name does have one of my favorite lines. Henry Lennox has one of my favorite lines in the film.
Are you effing stupid?
Yeah. You effing stupid. I don't know any military guy that would say effing instead of fucking, but
Yeah.
but way to be different, Harry
Yeah.
Lennox.
A brown-nosing one would.
It's not like he's trying to impress Superman.
Yeah,
He's pissed that he...
especially if he's a general.
Yeah. He just took out, in his own words, a piece of multi-million-dollar piece of equipment. This looks like a job for Toby Ziegler.
Bum bum
It
bum 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 bum
looks-
bum.
Looks like it wasn't a job for Superman, but a job for Toby Ziegler.
Tear rolls down the IM chat. Hits the keyboard.
Both Jake and I just sobbed like little girls.
I haven't watched the most recent one.
I haven't seen like the last
And
three.
for context, whenever this comes out, the most recent one for me is the
Hey, is that Bruce Wayne?
she goes to the Fortress of Solitude.
It wasn't Bruce Wayne, Josh. Don't worry.
Don't you tease like that.
Baby, don't you tease.
If I remember, they started some preliminary photography for Batman v Superman, like, within months of this movie premiering.
I mean,
Like
they
that
said,
October.
They said there were whispers throughout the Man of Steel, press tour about it.
I mean, they always knew that they were gonna want to do a sequel.
Oh, what's his name? Like Zack Snyder was like, they were sitting around like while wrapping in post production for this film, and they were like, "Who would it be cool for like Superman to fight next?" And they were like, "Batman," because he's like the opposite of Zod.
Well, and they also teased an ending that would include a huge, like, reference to Batman. Outside of, like, that satellite.
Yeah,
I remember a lot of people after we saw the movie, for me, 1, 2, or 3 times, whatever. They were like, "Yo, why isn't Superman helping people in Metropolis? Why is he, And the whole idea is he's got to take out the world engine on the other side of the world first.
he's the only one that can get there in time.
And I always equate it to trying to get ketchup without taking the top off. You got to fucking take out that world engine before you can take out this.
Like a gravity hammer.
Halo reference. Oh my god! Fucking Stanley Tucci in Transformers 4. Not.
You're a captain, for God's sake.
Yeah. Didn't you get through OCS? You got your commission
I like
for a
this.
reason.
They just fucking say it.
Oh, okay.
And
So-
we buy it.
Wait, you're the one who gets to name him?
Yeah.
Thanks, kid.
Well, to be fair, he's just saying that's what they call him.
Yeah.
He didn't name him.
But that's the first time we hear it.
It is the first time we hear it, yeah. I just Wikipedia'd it in the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes.
I mean, I have a different name for it on my planet, but I can't explain it to you.
My anus.
Not your, my.
Yeah, I remember initially I was one of the people that was like, why doesn't he go to Metropolis and save all those people? And then like someone was like, well, they're already like almost there at Metropolis and they need to get to the Indian Ocean. He can fly there a lot faster. And I was like, okay, yeah.
And it's
And he-
because in
Fair.
this one, Barry Allen doesn't exist yet.
Well, he also did just say he was like, he's like, it's all good, but if I don't stop that thing on the other side of the world, then we can't even start the next phase of our plan.
Yep.
I also like that Zack Snyder was like, you know, Superman would like, when he would take off, he would fucking take off in a hurry, like anywhere, you know, if he had that ability. That was the end of the teaser trailer, I remember, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I do like the sonic
fucking
booms.
awesome. Oh, yeah. Superman Returns did it well.
Yeah.
They were the first ones to really show it, in a movie at least.
It all does kind of look like Halo
Yeah.
production design, like the ships and the weapons and the everything, the interiors.
Did you ever play the Man of Steel mobile game?
No.
That was all right. I beat it. It was kind of frustrating, but it's cool. Some of it, like you beat the world engine. You fight a bunch of people.
Was it like Arkham City Lockdown?
No, I don't think so. It's just like one is you're beating up people.
I mean,
I don't remember that game, so
At least it wasn't as bad as Superman Returns.
Or Superman 64.
Oh.
Involuntary response.
Ugh. Yeah, let me see if I can get my stomach to start growling again at that one.
Still in Premium Rush.
So this is what it's like to wake up after 3 hours of sleep.
And he starts crying. Maybe, Superman, you shouldn't have gloated while fighting him and tell him the secret of concentrate.
Hey, look, it's the Fortress of Solitude.
Genesis? I have the power!
Well, at least I got that right.
Superman, little punk.
There's a cool moment where Zack Snyder digitally altered Henry Cavill's face for a couple frames while he's pushing through the world engine to make it resemble Christopher Reeve.
Creepy.
If Google it online if you have trouble, because again, it's only a couple frames.
It's
Just
pretty
like
prominent.
the keep calm and call Batman.
Yeah. I mean, granted, like I said, they all kind of have a what is it, Pearl Harbor? They have
Independence Day.
yeah, they all have a kind of resemblance to each other in a way.
That wasn't Bruce Wayne.
Fuck this! I want to quit my job and move to goddamn Washington D.C.
And become a real prick.
Why are they just now leaving the building? God, Perry White.
Perry White's got some balls on him, dude.
Tentacles.
Coughing
I
Superman.
know my interest is piqued. Also my penis.
Again, the military just fucking shit up for everyone else.
Yeah. Again,
I've already commented how our missiles don't work. What's the solution?
Yeah.
Fire more missiles.
Superman hasn't thrown a punch in Metropolis yet.
Sir, our missiles are still killing the people. We'll fire more. Or yourself.
Is that Bruce Wayne?
Yes.
I'm Bruce Wayne. No, I'm Bruce Wayne.
I am Spartacus.
Yeah. Michael Scott refers to
In
it
fact,
as the greatest whodunit movie ever made.
You see Bruce Wayne running up that building right now.
He goes, I must have seen Spartacus 15 times. I still don't know which one's the real Spartacus. And that is why it's the greatest whodunit movie ever made. Maybe not the greatest.
Oh, shit.
But was your son in Premium Rush?
'Cause I was.
Thankfully, no.
He's in the cold light of day, which is even worse.
And the Tudors.
Which is better.
Yeah, it's better.
So he's still better. Well, that looked painful.
He's already gone through it before in Virtuosity.
Oh.
Deep pull.
That was a good movie.
It was.
Denzel?
Wait, what am I
Yeah.
saying? That was a great movie.
I love it. I wonder if that's on Laserdisc. I feel like Laserdisc would be the perfect format for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a movie about the future. And Laserdiscs were the future of home media.
Ouch.
You were saying one of your favorite Perry White moments is here?
Yeah, acting-wise, the look that he gives her
Jenny, yeah.
is like he honestly believes right here he could try to save her, you know? But there's this mutual look that they give each other where they both know it's the end. And one of the things that I love is that moment that Lawrence Fishburne gives with that facial acting makes the moment of Superman saving the day all the more powerful.
That's why you hire Larry Fishburne, man.
That's why you hire the dude, man. Yeah, it's coming up. It's fucking powerful shit. And yes, this would be the scene coming up where I made a very embarrassing noise to a customer when I was like talking about, I was like, yeah, you know, what does Superman matter? I was like, dude, this scene is like sums up Superman perfectly. Like he's being beat down by this thing, doesn't give up. And he fucking he flies into it head first, not knowing if he's going to live or not, but he knows he's got to take it out.
Just like Independence Day.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Here's the
he just knows.
Here's the Christopher Reeve. I didn't know if that was official or not, but yeah, I mean, it clearly looks like Christopher Reeve coming up.
Yeah, right, kind of right there. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that was...
But the fucking
That was creepy.
the scream he lets out too is just awesome. You also see him shoot out the side of the world engine too, which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were just like,
I was talking to him and I was like, "Help!" And I just went back to pretending like I was alphabetizing. But yeah, you can look really close. You can see him shoot out the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I was a little boy.
Yeah, when I was like, oh god.
I mean, that's what happens, right? You just go straight up and then whee, out the side.
The thing that like is the little cherry on top for me is the scene where he's like passed out in shadow and he sticks his hand through and reaches for the sun.
Kind of like in Dark Knight Returns when he like absorbs the sunlight.
Sorry,
from the flower.
Mother Nature. Yeah.
Mother Earth,
Yeah.
you have done so much for me, and I must take your energy.
Yeah. That's the prime Superman not having a good time face. But yeah, that's my that moment of him flying headfirst into the world engine is like my favorite Superman in costume moment in a live action film. Goes to that scene.
Give me your radiation.
He's gonna need to fly halfway around the world again. And also that's a somewhat of a nod to the Fleischer laser where he's punching the laser back. You know.
Thankfully, both India and Metropolis are in daylight at the same time.
Because, fuck it, it's fiction.
There's only it's what, a 20-hour difference or so. It could be morning in India and evening in.
Could be summertime, yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about season. I'm talking about daylight.
I'm just saying.
Is it?
It wouldn't work in winter.
Yeah.
Because I think that we're both above the equator.
Yeah.
So we would both be in summertime at the same time.
Yeah, it's Australia that's below the equator.
Yes.
Intrepid
as well as several other things.
Well, I mean, yeah, like anything Ecuador and everything south of it.
Brilliant, intrepid reporter Lois doesn't realize she has the key going in the wrong way.
It's like a USB plug.
Oh, Jesus. Even those are labeled properly to know which way is the right way.
I always get my USB plugs in the right way, ladies.
Hello.
Krypton's dead.
Another Cavill scream.
Just like the dinosaurs. I saw Jurassic Park.
Now, I've been defending Superman with collateral damage. This part, I can't help him. Can't help the dude there. Can't help the dude there.
Yeah.
That's,
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, well,
So
they all lived happy
Is Superman
lives.
pro-choice? Because he just took out like a
Yeah.
ship of fetuses.
Yes.
I was
So.
about to say, that was like a mass abortion right there.
In his defense, Krypton had its chance.
But did it have its choice?
Ooh.
Yes,
Fives.
its choice to save only one.
Oh, here we go. That's why you make him the fucking like man in the West Wing, chief communications officer.
Hear it? There it is.
Ah, Wilhelm. Oh, I thought that was the vibration of her landing on the, not the guns. I was like, why?
No guns. I love when he hits the key in. The camera like does like the zoom in, zoom out thing where it's like, hey, if you didn't know, it's got the Superman logo on it.
Yeah, if all the Superman iconography on Krypton wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's like it's here.
If you didn't know, this key meant hope. You do now.
He just totally
Not the last neck break we're gonna see in this movie.
Yeah, foreshadowing. In the original script for Man of Steel, Superman in the final moments of the Battle of Metropolis, I guess presumably around here, throws General Zod back into the Phantom Zone. But Zack Snyder was like, Superman needs to have a reason why he dislikes killing. We should make something as like traumatic as possible to make him hate killing. And it's like, well, golly, Zack, I've never killed anybody, and I'm pretty much against murder. But maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't knock it until I try it.
Yeah.
Also, why is Lois
yeah.
not getting sucked into the Phantom Zone?
Because it's Lois.
Oh,
No,
Lois.
Wait, you mean why is she not?
yeah.
Because it's key to only Kryptonians.
Then why is all the debris?
Yeah.
You mean all the Kryptonian debris?
No, I
No,
mean all of
debris.
Metropolis.
You mean all the debris affected by Kryptonian technology?
You're reaching.
Yeah.
It's fiction. Fuck it.
That was a better answer.
Yeah, there you go. None of this actually fucking exists.
There you go. Scruffle the top. Egon?
No, the blue one's still here. You just asked if they were all gone. Make up your fucking mind.
All these people are dead in this crater thing. Let's make out. Awesome.
The ultimate aphrodisiac.
You
Like
know,
3 million dead bodies.
death does it for some folks. And to be fair, he's not human. We don't know what turns him on.
Ugh. Sorry. natural reaction
Wait,
to a
wait.
stupid line.
It gets even worse.
Yeah.
He's just being lazy.
Couldn't just walk, Superman.
Yeah, seriously.
Prime overacting Shannon coming up.
Does Zod know any different?
Terrence Stamp was pretty understated at times.
There was an elegance to it.
Hmm.
To protect its people.
So what you're saying is we should have gotten him much later in his acting career?
And British.
Well, that's... Yeah, that goes without saying.
And now I have no people. It's the soul patch, I think, that takes me out of it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, now I have no people, just this goatee.
I agree with Bryan Singer that Jude Law probably would have been an awesome fucking General Zod, as originally envisioned in Superman Returns.
He's got the same elegance as Terrence Stamp,
Yeah.
but definitely not the...
Physique.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
Terrence
the
Stamp isn't particularly ripped in Superman 2.
Oh, well, yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Weird
Is he's
position.
got just only the elegance. That'd be the only matching point.
Yeah, to that point, I was talking to Jake earlier today. You know, as we were kind of like, hey, you ready for the Man of Steel commentary? And I was like, why does Superman go horizontal when he charges?
Because it's the horizontal tango.
Oh, we're about to see a certain...
Horny Zod.
Yeah.
Man, he's...
Got a pent-up aggression.
There's the...
or pent-up sexual
I get
I get
frustration.
that, why he goes horizontal there.
There's the...
Oh, yeah, it's somewhere in the background.
the keep calm and...
Didn't see it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happened yet.
Oh, I thought it was when he
Well,
was
we
horizontal.
I looked up a screenshot that claimed to be where it was, and it looked like that shot.
Yeah. What if it was just digitally added in?
Yeah, what if it's just
Because
stupid?
it's an all black
Poster.
Superman no vape.
I remember that shot being in a lot of
Yeah,
trailers. and
there's the
stuff.
LexCorp. He's,
Whoa.
he's like, bitch, please.
Guys, it's LexCorp. It's LexCorp. That means Lex Luthor exists in this universe.
Oh, that's not
Superman
even the,
universe?
That's
Yeah.
not even the last LexCorp thing we're gonna see.
Give me that gut punch.
Yeah, that's when he gets hit in the neck. If you watch the gif of it's pretty. There it
Yeah.
is. Fuck yeah.
Shit. Rocked by a car.
Yeah.
Where's his Assassin's Creed arm blades?
Yeah.
And here he pulls off a really weird Spider-Man move.
The David Goyer. Yeah, God. Why is he running?
He's trying to be Spider-Man.
He looks like Sabretooth in X-Men Origins.
And Sabretooth looked dumb.
Yeah. All due respect to Liev Schreiber, but
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
LexCorp, guys!
Do you think Lex is really
No,
pissed all of his
106
technology
days
and
since,
buildings
injury.
being destroyed?
Oh,
To zero.
Oh,
silly.
that was kind of
Stupid.
funny.
That's almost Lester-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been Lester-esque if they had zoomed in on it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Superman.
You want to fuck?
Final boss mode.
Yeah, he's like Frieza. He's got multiple forms.
Now,
And now he's naked.
is that a super ability of his?
To
The
take
ri-
off his...
Armor in a really menacing, angsty sort of way?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure. If Superman can shoot mini Supermans out of his hands, and that's a power, then sure.
Fine. I'll give that one to you.
This scene was pretty much reused in Supergirl,
Mm.
which is pretty cool.
With Laura Benatti.
Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
But David Goyer was like, we really wanted to show, like, we were taking inspiration from Miracle Man to show what it would be like if two godlike beings went at it. And I was like, no, you didn't. You just thought it looked cool. It wasn't until you saw all the people complaining about the collateral damage where you were like, well, it was about the consequences. It's like, no, it wasn't. That's why everyone's so hunky-dory at the end of this movie.
Yeah. Chronicle did it better.
Yeah.
No, there's a Easter egg.
Utopia Casino.
Oh,
Mhm.
and we're about to see an Easter egg towards the comic company from Booster Gold.
Yep.
Actually, we already did.
You also
Yep.
about to see the Wayne Tech satellite.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's the W.
Wayne
Oh my God,
Tech.
Batman
It even says
confirmed.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Guys, Bruce Wayne exists in this universe too.
To be fair, they mentioned Gotham and Superman Returns, but nothing came of it.
Yeah.
God
That's
damn it.
because nothing came of.
Superman Returns.
See, that's why Bruce Wayne hates Superman. He destroyed his satellite.
I remember basically everybody said that. Like when the movie was first. Oh, there's your kind of
Yeah.
Smallville-esque moment.
It's also
There was another LexCorp building.
That's also a shot from Batman Return or Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Ah!
I swear, if Batman vs Superman doesn't have a line of "You owe me a satellite," I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, you're probably going to be upset.
Yeah.
Well, tits.
This is whatever Grand Central station in Chicago, which is where Kevin Costner did the Untouchables gunfight
Yeah.
with Duncan Rouleau.
Yeah, that's right.
Just literally run to the other.
Yeah.
There's part of.
Run straight.
It's the deer in headlights effect, Sam. People cower in fear when their lives are about to be snuffed out by bright lights.
Just fly up, Superman.
Yeah.
Fly up.
Laser vision the back of his head.
Swing away.
Yeah.
So when he snaps his
so
neck,
instead of snapping his neck, laser vision his brain instead.
Well, like, it wouldn't necessarily pierce his skin, but it would hurt. Maybe make him close his eyes.
I always thought of Zod as a sadomasochist and probably enjoy it.
You shall answer to me. Scream, son of Jor-El. Scream.
Lois Lane has killed more Kryptonians than Superman.
True.
yeah.
Packing heat.
Jesus
to be
wept.
fair, she sent them back into the Phantom Zone.
No.
Not a confirmed-
She rocked them with
she
a
shot
gun.
them with a gun in the face.
Like 5 or 6
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
those ones.
The ones that Jor-El was just like, shoot him, shoot
Yeah.
him, shoot him. Krypton.
Yeah, no one cared about them. Maybe that's something they'll have a talk about in the next film. It's like, so Lois, I killed one. How many did you kill?
Almost a full half dozen.
Yeah, screw it. We can still be together.
Let me climb in the bathtub.
A baker's half dozen.
Ooh. Just another day in God's country. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wow. You really pinpointed that road.
Superman, he hates
we did
roads.
say, like, this is the first time he's very Superman, like the way he like talks to people and like yeah.
You know, Superman, you're still kind of a dick.
He gets out of there in a hurry.
Prick.
Better off in Matrix Revolutions.
I'm better off on the blacklist.
She's
Ugh.
apparently in the sequel. $5 says she gets destroyed. $5.
In what kind of way?
Not sexually.
R-rated
Literally.
cut.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're still waiting for that R-rated cut.
Honestly, we're still waiting for any cut at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
when I saw the movie the second time in theaters, there was somebody in the audience that visibly was like, "Oh," like had the choke up moment. Like,
might have been me. No, this is when I saw it the second time. This is the scene where the little kid was like, "Superman."
Oh yeah, I love that story.
Right when he puts the hand on the hips. It's like a 7-year-old kid in front of me.
He still has that worried look on his face.
yeah, I don't think he's ever not worried in this movie.
I think it's IBS.
Maybe.
I love the little thing where like his tie is floating like the cape in the wind when he's on the way to the Daily Planet. I just wish. I mean, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to is seeing more of this Clark, the Metropolis Clark Kent. And it does end on a pretty clever line.
What court? Everyone is dead.
She looks like she's still dirty from the fight.
Now we know why he turned so evil. He kept getting rejected.
Nice guy syndrome.
Lombard.
You look like that Superman guy.
Yeah, and I was thinking, no. Why the glasses? Just, no, get out.
It's swell.
Swell Clark. Swell.
Now, what kind of an up-close look do you think everyone else in there has gotten of Superman at this point? And
None.
not everyone else.
None.
Like, none.
Everyone else is like
None.
not.
None.
Not to
I'm
mention
pretty
they're all
sure.
like traumatized by that experience.
Like nobody there knows what Superman looks like.
Yeah. Some of the army guys, but nobody in the Daily Planet
Yeah.
building.
And the big thing is, no one would be looking for a secret identity for Superman because he doesn't wear a mask.
There was originally supposed to be a post-credit scene of this film,
Yes.
but Christopher Nolan was like, proper movies don't have post-credit scenes.
Oh.
I was like, okay.
Then this one should have had one.
I now remember what it was.
Peters.
They were going to have a box of kryptonite delivered to Wayne Manor. That was going to be the end credit scene. And then they thought, well, it's a little too much to tease Batman that way.
I was hoping it was just going to be him at his fucking desk, and he hears something, and he runs off into the fucking alley and rips his shirt open. Like, that's all I needed.
You just have this thing about Superman ripping his shirt open.
With or without the outfit underneath.
But yeah, no, it was going to be kryptonite being delivered to Wayne Manor.
You mean kryptonite?
Yes. That.
Kryptonite.
Yes.
So, Mr. Nolan, this is the second time you've watched the film. What do you think of it?
You know, I liked it a lot more this time around. I think sitting here with a couple other nerds watching it, like I think I realized that like most of my problems with like Jonathan Kent are mostly just fanboy problems, not like it's still it's better than I was
still
giving it
wins.
credit. Yeah.
No, hey, I get it.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's like my problems with the original Superman films where why the fuck does he need those red trunks?
Yeah.
And again, fanboy problems. We're allowed them.
Yeah. But I upon seeing it the first time, I let it overshadow the fact that it's a good Superman film.
Yeah.
I think I have the same thing that Jake had, and the second time around, I enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah. Kind of tempered the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's okay. It's not, it's not my favorite, but it's not sure shit, not my least favorite.
And I think it also helped watching it in the context of all the other Superman movies that we've watched it in, because like you kind of get, like you get to really look at them all as one like snapshot. Whereas like I think this is like I've watched like the Superman the Christopher Reeve Superman like real quick in rapid succession, but like Returns and Man of Steel. Like, well, I mean, this is only the second time I've seen Man of Steel, and Returns I've only seen a handful of times, and it's been by itself.
I remember everyone was freaking out that Jenny Olsen was like gender swapped, and like she's never referred to. I mean, she's credited as Jenny, but not Olsen. And then supposedly Jimmy Olsen's in Batman v Superman as a double amputee. That's the rumor.
Yeah, the rumor is that Snoot McNairy, I think, is playing him.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been fun revisiting all the Superman movies, the highs, the lows,
The what the fucks.
Yeah.
Of which there were many.
Quest for Peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still no Superman 3.
And 3. And parts of 2. And 1, really. Really, every Superman movie's kind of got like a what the fuck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
I was just happy to finally see, in my opinion, the franchise and the character grow up. I always felt like the Donners were like a great starting point for a very young fan, but eventually they had to move to where I think Man of Steel has gone to.
But I think a big part of that is because they didn't know. There wasn't any like modern superhero movies when Richard Donner was making. It was really campy until he took over and had Tom Mankiewicz rewrite it. So, yeah, man. It's
fun.
Yeah. Did they... Yeah. But you got anything to add, Jake?
No. I mean, like I said, it's if we're going for, I guess, just to put them in order for fun, it's still Superman the movie, Man of Steel, Superman Returns, 2, 3, 4, and the Mole Men, in terms of the ones that we watched. But cautiously optimistic about Batman v Superman, as best as I can be. So
I feel a little bit better about having bought tickets to see it opening night already.
Yeah, I mean,
Hashtag Team Batman.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So
Team Tarzan.
Team Tarzan
just jumps in. Hey, David Goyer is also the generator operator. Huh. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
But yeah, this has been another. This closes out our little commentary series on the Superman films.
Yeah,
we'll be back with another comic book franchise next week. This has been another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
See you guys next week.
Bye.